Good morning, YouTube. It might not be good morning when you watch this, but good morning. So, we're going to do a full day of eating today on a training day. We're just waiting for the king to wake up, because obviously we've had a few late nights the last few nights, given the fact that we've all been to watch the Olympia, hence why I don't think much of us have got a voice, even from just speaking over the loud music, which is why we've got some sore voices. But I'm just preparing all of the foods ready for today. So obviously, just like what we do at home, where we put all of the foods into containers before we put it into the pan prior to eating it, I'm just going to do that now, because obviously I've bulk cooked everything. So I'm actually just on with doing Cuba's meal 5, which is prawn meal, but obviously we'll go through the details of each meal as obviously we go through them. But obviously just wanted to show you that even when you're away, you can still stick to your plan, because wherever you are in the world, you can get raw products of basic foods: rice, chicken, beef, vegetables, a bit of fish if there is any, and some rice and potatoes. You can get it anywhere, so there's not really any reason for you to not be able to stick to plan. Obviously, if you're on holiday, it might be slightly different, especially if kind of your goals aren't to be a top pro. You might obviously have a real switch off, but for someone that's obviously trying to achieve greatness, there may be a few days where it's a little bit different, but for the most part you are going to have to try and get your calories in from some good sources as well. So that's what we're going to try and show you today. And what I did actually prior to arriving at the Airbnb is I actually ordered some foods on Amazon Fresh / Whole Foods. So if you are going to the States, it's just as simple and easy as that, especially if you've got somewhere for them to be able to just drop it at the doorstep. So no reason for you to feel worried, feel stressed, etc. It's really easy and straightforward, and we'll try and go through some helpful tips as to how to stay on plan, as obviously we go through today as well. So hopefully it helps. If it doesn't, sorry. And then obviously we're going to train as well, but I don't think that we'll get that, because I think that you've seen enough training. So today will literally be foods and a little bit of a day in the life. So we'll see you for meal 1. Okay, so my meal 1 is 100 grams of fruit, 100 grams of sourdough bread, 2 whole eggs, 1 egg white, some veg, and 50 grams of avocado. So basically all the fats and all the carbs, just how we like it. But I like cream of rice, but I don't like to have it all day, because we obviously have it at night time and then sometimes post-workout, so I don't want to have it 3 times a day. That's just my personal preference. I like to have something a little bit different, and bread digests really well for me. Lots of people find it stodgy and it obviously sits on their tummy. For me, I digest that better than bread, rice. So I have a bit of bread, so I'm looking forward to eating it. If I can cut through this bloody toast.
Absolutely tremendous. Perfect breakfast, the same as at home, which is outstanding. So 1 whole egg, 100 egg whites, veggies, 30 grams of whey, 150 cream of rice. This is going to go down perfectly well now after my little morning walk. The only issue is my feet are cut to bits, so it's painful to walk, but we'll make do and get after it. I think my avocado's missing. What? My avocado's missing. Oh, bastard. So this is actually supposed to have some avocado in it as well. So normally this would be venison.
I said it earlier as well. I went, I always forget it in this meal. I put it in somewhere else. It's somewhere else.
Oh, that's it. She's going to get told. So normally this is venison. We've actually got steak, 200 grams. and 150 grams of rice. This meal I actually like to have potato and rice mix, but obviously that will be at home. Just a little bit easier to have rice here, so all the veggies and the mixer. I'm just going to wait for my avocado now, so you'll get the macros on the screen when it's actually fully finished. See, at home normally I do some help, but here out of routine she's been nailing everything, so she has been a great help. I just eat and get the food handed to me, which is great. So I might have to keep the elbow when I get back. We'll see.
Okay.
See that?
That's a good thing.
Just like so basically I've got like a week off. This is like my holiday. But yeah, we'll get this in. One more meal and then we'll go and train.
Do I need to tell you what I'm having to eat?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we've got 100 grams of steak, 100 grams of veg, got 200 grams of potatoes, and we've got 50 grams of sourdough bread because I didn't have enough.
No. She's a loaf of bread. She loves bread. That's why she's having bread. She's had enough potatoes. There's a full bag of potatoes there.
It's not.
Yeah, there is.
It's not.
Yeah,
I swear to God, they're all gone.
Right, she could have had rice. And normally I have rice and potatoes. And do you know what? She actually digests bread really well. Yeah. So
your bread sits well. Fuck yeah, have bread.
she can get away with it. A loaf of bread.
And bread would be my main carb source if it sat well for me. Sass lived on bread.
Sure. I actually watched one of her videos from like 2017, and he was after a diet when he had a pre-workout meal, loads of rice, 2 bagels, and he was like, I love bread.
Well, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love bread. It's amazing.
So that it all falls in. No! So there's no avocado in that one. So God knows what. I better put it in the bin. The mysterious avocado. So it's a pile and a half really, isn't it? Pre-workout Mount Vesuvius. Erupted everywhere, look.
The usual pre-workout meal, 100 grams of pineapple again, same as I had with meal 2. And 150 grams of rice and 200 grams of chicken. No fats in this meal, simply because we want this meal digested as efficiently and as quickly as possible. As you can see, the portions are getting somewhat larger now. That's okay, appetite's still fine. So we are managing to eat that pretty well. So we'll get this in, and then yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. I'm not sure where we're going to train yet. But we'll train, we'll get massive.
So this is pre-workout. I've got 125 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of whey, and then I've got 100 grams of pineapple. Somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but it's somewhere.
That was like enthusiasm minus 1,000.
Of what? Going to train or?
People are going to be watching it falling asleep.
I was more charismatic this morning.
That charisma, honestly. Rate her charisma out of 10 in comments below. I accept minuses as well. Intro workouts. I have 60 grams of sustain, 200 mils of coconut water. Meg has 30 grams of sustain with 200 mils of coconut water, and then we've got 20 grams of MPS max as well each. That will have mid-session, and obviously pumpage pre-workout as well. So that's pretty much what we have whilst we are training. Now generally when we train, we aim to finish the intra carbs pretty much 3/4 of the way throughout the session, and then the MPS will have mid-session, more so to have even times between the MPS spiking as well. So that's kind of how I like to play it. For me, this is definitely the best digestible carbohydrates. I can easily work up to 120 grams with no digestive issues either. The only reason why people have digestive issues with a lot of carb products is just down to lack of quality and the poor additions that companies often add to the setup that they actually have. So cheap additives and cheap sweeteners, which can cause distension and digestive issues. So a couple of grams of salt in that as well, and yeah, ready to go train. So game time, guys, let's go.
So, first workout time. Mine is 125 grams of cereal, 30 grams of whey isolate, 150 grams of berries. Cuba's is 175 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of whey isolate, 150 grams of berries, but there is actually 153 grams of berries in there, so you might kill me.
175 cream of rice.
I just said that. With 500 millilitres of water, some sweetener, salt and cinnamon, just so he knows.
Right, people, so I am just getting our meal 5 ready now, and then probably going to go drive through the strip and see what the crack is. I think 3 of us are pretty mashed, so we'll probably not venture out too much, as tomorrow we'll try and get some activities in place and get us some sightseeing done. Get us in the pan and get the meal underway.
Fucking amazing.
Here we go. Meal number 5, done and ready. So prawns, avocado, rice, veggies, chicken, oil, rice. A little bit less voluminous for the old Smegalodon, as her appetite has not been the best. Probably just to being a little bit out of routine, but that's okay. She's still getting the meals in, obviously. She don't want to get small, so we're still making it happen. Now, my appetite's actually not been too bad. When I actually came here, I was still pretty damn hungry, and it's dropped off a little bit, but as you can see, the mountains of rice are still getting demolished. So I think we're still good. So I'm gonna get a little bit of a barbecue put on that, and then yeah, time to eat. Would you like some? This is why I've been looking forward to America. It's trying all the different GQ's sauces. So good. I wish they did it in England. They do, it's just very hard to get. Absolute pro.
Roy introduced me to this baby cereal, but this one is an actual oatmeal with banana flavouring. It's got fantastic macros. Turned off. Scale turned off.
Almost ready, guys. The suspense is dramatic and major in this one. But first, nighttime drink, trained by JP joining, and all the health subs. These are mine. A little bit more in, obviously. I need to be healthy. A little bit less for Meg. She's already healthy enough. Get these down the hatch first with this little concoction, and then we can eat and get head down. The meal's not ready for presentation just yet. We've still got last bits to go, so you can wait. Voila! So, the meals are ready, thanks to Smeg. Get this in and watch some James Hollingshead on YouTube. Look at that, filming YouTube and watching YouTube. It's like one of the moments, what was that from? Inception? That's the one, Inception. 50 grams of oats, 50 grams of cream of rice, 35 grams of whey, 100 grams of yogurt, 150 grams of strawberries, 10 grams of almond butter, 10 grams of dark chocolate. Yeah, the dream sleep from Trained by JP is That's definitely starting to kick in a little bit now, so I'm going to eat this, watch the big man, and head to bed.
I am having 100 grams total between cream of rice and oats. Got 100 grams of banana, got 100 grams of berries, got 150 grams of yogurt, 20 grams of whey, 20 grams of dark chocolate. It's going to be lovely. Got this tiny little bowl to fit my off-season portioning. I should have bought, what's it called?
Shut up moaning and eat your food.
I should have bought a Pyrex bowl when we were in Walmart.
Well, that is a wrap. The day's done. Food has been eaten and we're ready to go to bed. But we're not going to take you with us because we're going to bed to sleep, obviously. There's only certain things that we can show and cannot show. Just kidding. Right guys, thank you so much. Good night. Please like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you again soon. Take care for now. Peace out. Vegas, baby.